You know, I've been following this sister, this chick named Ed Ashley Burnett, I think her name is. But I've been following her for a minute. And I haven't really said no comments or made comments on her channel. I've just been following her. Because I already know where it's what's going to lead to. And like I said, with most of these so-called pro-black chicks, man, like the Love Jones and shit, the Love Jones chicks, you start basically looking at these so-called pro-black, fake-ass pro-black bitches, you start finding out a lot of shit when you follow their ass. And if you follow them close enough, they'll say shit and try to defend shit that's undefendable. Now, I was listening to this Ashley channel once again, and keep in mind, there is no such thing as a brown and black alliance. The Mexicans made that clear back during the 40s and 50s when they came up with Lilac. And that's basically to say they don't want to have shit to do with black people, even black people's struggles. So as time went on, a lot of the Latinos, they were still being discriminated against by white people, but they really couldn't claim white people, so they claimed brown. And that's the only reason why they jumped into the civil rights movement, because the movement was going to push them forward. And they became they created their own spin-offs and shit, they create their own so-called rights for them that didn't include us, but they used our civil rights movement to catapult them. But that's how a lot of these people do. So you take Ashley. Ashley, she was sitting up here, had a whole video talking about how Latino children were diagnosed being retarded due to the fact they couldn't speak Spanish. So she was talking about this, about how they was doing Mexicans. First of all, let me say this, Ashley, Miss Aunt Ashley. Mexicans don't give a damn. If Mexicans don't give a damn about their own children back then being called retarded, obviously they did. They took care of it. So basically, you want to cape for a group of people. Now, I ain't going to say all of them was like that, but vast majority of Mexicans don't ride with black people like that. Even the Mexican brother that's from Mexico said that they don't ride with us like that. They don't. While you up here caping for Mexicans, they ain't caping for black people. They ain't out here. They just got Mexicans, the ones and the Negro tethered immigrants are the one in California standing against black people from getting reparations in the state of California. But yet you want to cape for these group of people that somehow you want to add them to this. You want to create this fake ass brown and black alliance that don't exist. That never existed. You did? Especially down in Southern California and the Southwest, Mexicans are pushing black people out of jobs and shit, gatekeeping jobs. In places like Texas, in places like New Mexico, California, Colorado, Nevada, Arizona, they literally trying to push black people out of them areas. And you up here trying to defend their ass. Trying to be they spokesman when they ain't being your spokesman. They ain't gonna stand up for you. And the only reason why they voted against us by voting for Trump, and then they got double crossed in it, and then now they want us to come out here and cape for them. Now y'all fucked up because y'all voted with Donald Trump just like the Cubans did, just like all these other immigrants did, just like the Somalis did. All them voted against FBA. All of them literally voted against us because it was going to be something to hurt us. And look where they at. All of them getting fucked in the end. And you up there trying to, basically do all this motherfucking trying to mend bridges when we don't got none to mend, that we don't even want to mend no bridges with no Mexicans. They stand on their own merit. They ain't our problem to argue about their problems, what they have in their community. It's not our problem, not our fight. And to me, when you got a chick doing that, that means she doing other shit. She's supporting other shit that don't support black people. So the more and more I follow this bitch, I'm just trying to I'm figuring her out. And I wouldn't doubt later on down the line, you'll find out that this chick trying to compensate for something by being pro-black and being on this left-leaning ass bullshit. And then, like I said, always, when you have these black chicks that go pro-black, believe me, there is a white man somewhere in the mix. There's a white man somewhere in the mix. There's always a white man somewhere in the mix, whether in the present or whether in the past. Same thing with the Love Jones shit, the Love Jones chick, talking all that bullshit about FBA and this and that and that. And I remember a couple years ago, pre-COVID, that bitch wasn't even on that shit. She was up here talking about divesting, swirling it up with white men and shit like that. All of a sudden, she come back on some pro-black FBA, Foundation of Black American shit, saying tethers, basically trying to police black men from getting with white women and shit. All kind of shit she was doing. That's why I call her shit out. That's why I call Love Jones bullshit out. I can't stand. That's one thing I hate, man, is a fake ass pro-black nigger bitch. I hate that shit because they use it to compensate for the shit that they used to do by going pro-black. Either they with a brand now and they go pro-black, or they had several relationships that didn't work with white men, and all of a sudden now they want to be pro-black and go pro-black. Nah, no reach back, Keisha. No reach back. We know what the pro-black, why y'all go hard in the paint for pro-black. Because y'all had to compensate for y'all fucking with brand. That's the reality of it. We already know y'all always, every time you see these pro-black chicks, you had one on one of the podcasts talking about she believe in black community, this and that, pro-black, but she want to lay up secretly with a white man. She just came out and said, this what these bitches do best. They been doing that. She probably been laying up with white men. They ain't gonna tell y'all this shit. A lot of these so-called fake pro-black bitches worse than divestment chicks. To me, the pro-black divestment chicks worse than black chicks that divest. Cause at least the black chicks that divest, they said, fuck niggas, I'm with this white man. I don't give a fuck about the black community. Fuck y'all niggas, fuck black men. I'm over here with Brad. I appreciate that them going over there with Brad. Stay their ass over there. But if you want to sit up there and cloak yourself, play cloak and dagger and shit, talk all this pro-blackness, only to find out down the line you done laid up with Brad, or you laying up with Brad now and you just trying to compensate by being pro-black now, Keisha. That shit don't fly with us. We know you. We see y'all. Just letting you know. And for Ashley, we see us red pills, black pill, brothers like us, we see you. We see y'all, Keshias. Just to let you know, we see y'all divestment, probably dated white dudes, got ran through, and tried to compensate on some motherfucking pro-blackness. Nah, Keshias, you ain't fooling us, nigga. You ain't fooling real motherfuckers like us. Just to let you know, Miss Ashley, just to let you know, you ain't fooling niggas like us. We see you.